So we have to handle this situation. Let f of x be a polynomial of degree 6 with leading coefficient 2009. Okay, so you have to find f of x, and I hope you guys have gone through the previous video. Okay, such that f1 is 1, f2 is 2, 3. Okay, we got this thing. Now you know that we can write f of x as q of x plus r of x. R of x is a remainder thing. You know that it is x replaced with 1. So x minus, if you will divide the polynomial f of x by x minus 1, you will have remainder as 1. X minus 2, you will have remainder as 2. Divided by x minus 3, you will have remainder as 5, and so on. Correct? Now my point is, you have to establish some relationship. You have to be careful. Look at this. Just observe the remainders. So if you'll observe, you will find that you have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So the numbers are in AP. You know that if you wish to write down the general term of an AP, you should go with dn plus or minus something. है ना? So what is the common difference? Common difference is 3 minus 1 is 2. So it is 2n. You know that the first value of n is 1. First term, a1. So it's 2. So what you will do with 2 to make it 1? Minus 1. So you got your remainder polynomial. Now, we got answer in n, but we have to write down polynomial with respect to x. So we should write 2x minus 1. Now we have to find out who is this q of x. So what we will do, I will replace x with 1. So we will be having f of 1, q of 1 plus 2 minus 1 is 1. So f of 1 is 1, this thing gone. So can I say that q of 1 is equal to 0? Similarly, we will be writing q of 2 is equal to 0, q of 3 equals to 0, q of 4 equals to 0, q of 5 equals to 0. We can go till 5. Now, you know that we can find out who is f of x if we know who is q of x, because this is unknown. Remainder is we have calculated. So can I write f of x as x minus 1, because you know that q of x is a polynomial whose zeros are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, x minus 4, x minus 5. And then we have a remainder. The remainder is 2x minus 1. So can we write 2x minus 1? Now be careful and look at this. If you will observe, these guys have mentioned that f of x is a 6-degree polynomial. But look at this. If you multiply this with this, you will have x square, then x cube, then x power 4, then x power 5. This is only x power 5. है ना? We have one thing missing. Okay, so what I will do, look at this. I'll create some more space. And one root is missing. So how we will calculate? Look at this. X minus, suppose it is a. Okay, now it will become 6-degree polynomial. And also they wish to have leading coefficient as 2009. So we will mention 2009 as the leading coefficient. Okay, I'll change the color because it is overlapping. Yes, so we got our f of x done. Now my point is, you guys need to calculate who is A. Okay, then only you can find out who is proper f of x. For that, these guys have provided you f dash 2. So what is f dash 2? You know that you have to differentiate this function. But look at this function. Do you remember that if you have A, B, C, D, suppose there are 4 functions in product, and you have to find out the differentiation. How will you respond? What you have to do, you have to write dy by dx, keep first as it is, second as it is, third as it is, differentiate the fourth, plus keep first as it is, second as it is, differentiate third, keep fourth as it is. Now keep first as it is, differentiate second, keep third as it is, fourth as it is. Now differentiate first and then keep second, third and fourth as it is. So this is how we will differentiate things. And if they will ask you to put some value, later you will substitute 2 in place of x. So look at this. You have 1 thing, 2 thing, 3 thing, 4 thing, 5 thing and 6 things to differentiate. है ना? So how will you differentiate? If you will differentiate, you know how to proceed. है ना? And later you have to substitute 2 in place of x. Correct? Now, I feel that this person is super important because this is also carrying 2. Now, my point is the element in which it was kept undifferentiated. Suppose that if I have to differentiate the last element, these things will be kept as it is, no? Correct? And if you will replace x with 2, this component will become 0. So we don't need the element in which the last component is being differentiated. Correct? And also in next component we will keep everything as it is, we will differentiate this. And again this thing will become 0 and it will ruin everything. So again we don't want that element. In next component we will keep everything as it is, we will differentiate this function. And again if you will substitute x as 2, the whole thing will become 0, so we don't need it. Now we will keep everything as it is, we will differentiate this point. Again you know that if you replace x with 2, it will become 0. So again we don't want that element. Now we will differentiate this thing and keep everything as it is. So this is okay because this component would not turn out to be 0. So can we go with f dash x, and if we will differentiate this keeping everything as it is, we will have problem. Okay, because that replacement by 2 to x will make it everything 0. So we will have only one component in which this thing will be differentiated. So differentiation of this will become what? First will become 0 and then plus 2009, sorry, 2009 x minus 1, and then differentiation of that component will become 1, x minus 3, x minus 4, x minus 5, x minus a. Okay, now my point is you have to calculate who is, you have to differentiate this. So you will be replacing x, sorry, the differentiation of this component will become 2. So done. After replacement, what you have to do, you have to replace it with whom? You have to replace it with 2. है ना? So what will happen? Look at here. you will be writing f dash 2 is equal to 2009. 2 minus 1, 1. 2 minus 3, minus 3. 2 minus 4, minus 2. 2 minus 5, minus 3. 2 minus a, 2 minus a, and then plus 2. Now, this thing is also 2 because they have mentioned this thing and this thing will be neutralized. We will be left with this thing equal to 0. So we can divide both sides by 2009. We can divide both sides by minus 3. We can divide both sides by minus 2. We can divide both sides by minus 3. Therefore, the value of a becomes what? 2 minus a is equal to 0. So a will become 2. Okay. So now we can update our polynomial, which will look like this. So our f of x will look like 2009 x minus 1. Here is x minus 2 and there is also x minus 2. So square. X minus 3, x minus 4, x minus 5, and then plus 2x minus 1. So finally we got our polynomial f of x. Now then the sum of these guys are asking us to find out then the sum of f6. Okay, so let's calculate f6. So f6 will become 2009. 6 minus 1 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4, है ना? 6 minus 2, oh wait, हाँ, correct. 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 का square, and then 6 minus 3 is 3, and then 6 minus 4 is 2, 6 minus 5 is 1. I hope till this part you guys are okay. Okay. Now you will be replacing 12 minus 1. Okay. I hope till this part you guys are okay. So you have to multiply and then sum of digits. So let's try to multiply. I will be using calculator. You have to do it by yourself. Okay, so 2009 times 5 times 16 times 6. So we got 964,320, and then what? Plus of 11, plus 11. Okay, so if you will add 11, you will be having 964,331. Now what you have to do? You have to do addition of digits. Okay, sum of all digits of f6. So do it. So if you will add, you will have 10, 26. Yes, the required number is 26. I hope you got the approach, and I wish you guys can handle similar situations. Okay.